Hello to all CENIMASTER lovers. Hope you enjoy watching. Let's get started. Our movie begins with a janitor working in a hospital, feeling bored during work, so he plays music to entertain himself. After a while, he enters the lab to clean it and asks for the doctor's permission to start working. The doctor then says, "I'll step out to get something and come back." The janitor starts cleaning and discovers a body used for experiments. As soon as he touches its hand, he is shocked to find it's alive. In a panic, he accidentally bumps into the ventilator, breaking it. Fearing the person might die, he tries to perform CPR to save them. Suddenly, his hand goes into the zombie's stomach, and the zombie wakes up and attacks him. Meanwhile, the doctor is having a trouble with the vending machine because it took his money without dispensing chips. Suddenly, the janitor attacks and kills the doctor. The chips that had been stuck in the machine finally fall out, but it's too late for the doctor. We then shift to a scout team led by someone named Jack, accompanied by 3 students: Ben, James, and Augie. Jack gives them their mission, which is to camp in the forest for 3 days. Ben and James head to the forest reluctantly, feeling frustrated with scouting and wanting to quit because their peers are dating and enjoying life while they feel they're wasting time in scouting. While talking about their frustrations, they accidentally hit a deer with their car. They get out to check on it and find it dead. To make matters worse, their car tire goes flat and they need help. Coincidentally, a car arrives with Ben's old friend Kendall and her fiancé Jeff. Kendall greets Ben and introduces him to Jeff. Kendall invites Ben to a party that night, giving him the address, but Jeff clearly doesn't like Ben. Ben notices the deer has disappeared but doesn't pay much attention, focusing instead on the party. Meanwhile, scout leader Jack heads to the campsite, but encounters the deer, now turned into a zombie, which attacks him. He manages to kill it with a knife, but his wig falls off, revealing his bald head. As he prepares to leave, the doctor, now a zombie, bites him, turning him into a zombie too. Back with the group, the boys stop at a supermarket to buy beer. Since they are underage, they give money to a homeless man to buy it for them. While waiting in the car, they notice a beautiful girl passing by and realize it's Denise, their neighbor. Ben approaches her and asks about her job. She says she's working in nightclub. They eventually reach the campsite and meet their friend Augie. They set up their tents and prepare the area, waiting for their leader Jack, unaware that he has died. When it's time to sleep, Augie goes to bed while Ben and James sneak off to attend the party. Augie notices and feels hurt, but decides to let them go. Ben and James arrive at the party's address, only to discover it's a different nightclub, and this place is where Denise works. Inside, they notice a dancer acting strangely and realize she's a zombie. She attacks Ben, but James manages to kill her before she bites him. However, the club's security guard, also a zombie, attacks them. Ben hides in the bathroom to escape. Denise appears and saves him by killing the zombie guard. Meanwhile, Augie searches for leader Jack, but doesn't find him at home. Hungry, he opens the fridge and eats whatever he finds. Afterward, he experiences stomach issues and goes to the bathroom, where a zombie approaches him. At the last moment, he escapes. He finds Jack standing silently in the dark and assumes he's upset. Suddenly, Jack attacks him, but Augie defends himself, ties Jack to a chair, and leaves to rescue his friends. Ben, James, and Denise escape the nightclub and steal a car to flee. They reach the police station and lock themselves inside to avoid the zombies. A police officer, who turns out to be a zombie, attacks them, but James kills him with an axe. Zombies break into the station, forcing them to hide in a cage. The zombies gather around them, and James takes selfies with the zombies to gain likes on social media. The zombies eventually leave after being distracted by loud music played by Augie, who then rescues his friends. They find a car but are attacked by the homeless man they met earlier, who is now a zombie. The soldier appears and kills the homeless man, taking them to a supermarket. Inside, Denise notices the soldier is infected and kills him before he turns. Later, they hear a radio announcement urging uninfected people to evacuate the city, which is about to be destroyed. They decide to hide in James's house, where Ben and Denise talk about her struggles since her mother's death. Suddenly, zombies sense their presence and attack the house, trapping them in a room. James comes up with the idea to use a trampoline under the window to escape. James, Denise, and Augie jump out, but before Ben can, the zombies break in. The chaos ensues, and they also get on the trampoline. Dennis uses her brain, makes a loud noise, and attracts the zombies. Ben takes advantage of the situation and jumps. They enter the first house they come across to hide. They move quietly because the zombies are outside the house. At that moment, a mutated cat jumps on Augie's shoulder, but they get rid of it before it bites him. They find a car in the house and take it. Eventually, they encounter Jack, the scout leader, and hit him at full speed, but he survives. After a while, Dennis finds a motorcycle and decides to take it to look for someone to help them. Ben returns to his friends and tells them they need to go to the party to save Kendall and that they must apply what they learned with the scout team. They go in first to prepare themselves and gather the weapons they will need. Meanwhile, Kendall is at the bridge with Jeff, unaware of what's happening around her. Suddenly, a zombie appears and kills Jeff. Kendall panics and tries to escape the building but is surprised when zombies attack the place and enter the party. People run over one another in fear. At that moment, the trio arrives, uses their weapons, and kills a number of zombies. Kendall is hanging on a ladder with zombies waiting for her to come down, but Ben arrives and rescues her. They evacuate all the survivors from the place to deal with the zombies. Kendall is scared to leave them, but they assure her they will eliminate the zombies as quickly as possible. As soon as they see the zombies, they hide in the basketball court. The issue is, there's no way out. Then James tells them, "I planned for this moment," and reveals he brought a bomb. The three of them agree to sacrifice themselves and blow up the place to kill the zombies and save the people. They hold hands and prepare for death. Augie tries to light the bomb, but his lighter is out of fuel. While searching for another lighter, they are surprised to discover an exit to the street. They all escape through it, except for Augie, who insists on activating the bomb. He manages to escape at the last moment as the place explodes, killing all the zombies inside. After a while, they see Jack approaching them. They look for anything to kill him with, but at that moment, the army arrives and takes care of the situation. The military successfully evacuates the city and saves the remaining people. See you in the next movie. If you liked today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell to receive all new updates. See you in the next video.